The experience in the house shocked me. You know, me largely I'm a technocrat. But when you hear people trying to be petty, you know, you imagine your MP is the one talking about people without ties, people, you know, who are short or tall. You wonder, is this a member of parliament? You know, you might be right that you are referring to some standard, but why should it be you, okay, raising petty issues about ties and the like? Then, of course, the way I think I am yet to get used to it, you know, point of order, point of this, point of that. Some of them, it looks like a circus. I think I agree with the president when he was saying some of these fellas with the point of this, point of that, sometimes they don't make all. So me, I'm used to things which are a little more organized. But I hope we will behave better in the coming period.
About ties? Because even yesterday,
There were like 10 people without ties, okay? And the reason they didn't come with the ties, really, is because we're in orientation. And you see, we've been conducting orientation in the, what do we call this place? Gardens of Parliament, okay? Not inside Parliament. And here there have been no restrictions, okay? And you see, things have changed. Look at me. The suits of 20, 30 years ago and the suits of today are not the same. Can I now put a tie on this suit? In your assessment, am I shabby? So the issue was trivial. I think this man must have been either an agent or a friend of my opponent and wanted to embarrass me and others, you know? Because we are like 10 who didn't have the tie. But I was putting on my nice suit. So why do you want to say that I'm shabby when I have put on my nice suit? You get the point?
so is there a need to change some rules?
I think this is one of the rules that should be changed because the nature of suits has changed. Can I put a tie on this? I will look like a... I think you agree with me.
Okay. The names again?
My name is Honorable Protazio Wegumisa, Ndorgwa County East.
Thank you, sir.
Kati this stick was given to me by the elders of this sub-region, and also it was blessed by my lecturers of Makerere University, School of Forestry and Environmental Sciences, because it is a symbol of leadership. The same stick that was given to Moses in the Bible, and when he was crossing the Israelites from Egypt to Canaan land, when they reached the Red Sea, or when and the onrushing Egyptians were coming to kill them, God asked Moses, "What do you have in the hand?" Moses said, "I have a stick," and he instructed him to hit it on the Red Sea 3 times. The Red Sea created a way for them to escape the wrath of the Egyptians. Therefore, this stick, I come with it here to hit it on the political forums, to hit it on the 12th Parliament, so that the people of the Elgon zone, especially the people of Ramburi, to get their share of the national political cake. Thank you. No, of course, I was talking to the sergeant at arms. He has told me I'll be leaving it at the entrance. But I also I'm going to ask the Speaker of Parliament, who is the head of this house, if they can allow me to have my cultural stick so that I'm comfortable to present issues of my sub-region on the floor of Parliament. I'll be the happiest. But if it is not there, I'll have it within the premises of Parliament.
To spend a session of more than 4 hours standing is not a good thing for anyone. It's not even a good picture for a person who's just seeing a parliament where you have over 100 legislators standing, where you have some legislators in the public gallery. It's not good for the optics, so it wasn't a good thing. I think going forward, the leadership should ensure that for those sittings, especially where they envisage a huge number of people, because it can't be that you're asking people to observe distancing, unnecessary bodily contact at a time when there are suspected cases of Ebola, and then you have MPs almost carrying each other in the national legislature. So even for any other reasons, it's not good for the optics. It wasn't a good experience, of course, but I also understand that that is part of the challenges that we are facing, everyone is facing. In fact, like Honorable Numbers reminded, the rules prescribe that the speaker should ensure that every person has a seat. But now he can't do it, even if he wanted. He can't because the space is not enough. So maybe going forward, they should try to see that we improvise, like we improvise in tent, like we improvise at Kololo, for those sittings where we envisage a huge number of people.
And you have had that issue of the building, which is what?
Fortunately, the Speaker undertook that in the 5 years we're going to see the completion of this building. The last time it was brought up on the floor of Parliament, there was never any satisfactory explanation in the 11th Parliament from the leadership. We have had, in fact, rumors that some of the complaints are as a result of maybe corruption and other malpractices. So there is no, Parliament is supposed to also project an image. And the first image is that people are free. And if you have a project which has stood in Parliament unsatisfactorily for almost 10 years, I think it's not just good, but it also doesn't portray very well on the corporate image of Parliament.
And then apart from spending the entire sitting on your feet, what was your experience in the first sitting?
No, the first sitting was well, apart from the physical disruptions, but otherwise it was well. I think the Speaker chaired it well. I think it was fair to members, like he undertook, and I can only hope that it continues. It was well, and we didn't see any wrong gymnastics.
So many kinds of allowances, including fuel. This fuel keeps fluctuating. At the moment, a litre of fuel is around 7,000 shillings. I'm wondering if this price stays like that, or if it goes higher than that. Do you have any provisions for us? Because we may fail to go to our constituencies. And secondly, when you're talking about insurance, you talked about gold and
fuel pump prices fluctuating. I appreciate the concern. The mileage we pay, members of Parliament, does not only take care of fuel, takes care of many things, wear and tear of the vehicles, the nature of the roads, the fuel prices. It is really an amalgamation of many things, and the rates, when they are being determined, such are being taken into consideration. You cannot keep on changing those rates every other day, unfortunately. So over a period of time, that rate will prevail, and when the situation becomes worse, there is another revision that is done. However, the people on water, the ones I said use nautical miles, those ones, their rate, I fix it. I mean, I go around, look at the pump prices, and when I see there's a drastic change, I come and change the figure to the one that is rolling. That one is easy. But these other mileages for tarmac, maram, which are determined by the Parliamentary Commission, that one takes a while. It can even take 2 years or two and a half years before there is a revision on those rates.